Good morning, everyone. In today's workplace, leadership isn't just about titles. It's about language, behavior, and how we move people and projects forward. And interestingly, English gives us some very vivid expressions for exactly that. Today, we'll dive into the leadership idioms you need to sound fluent, authoritative, and mildly terrifying. Right then, let's get the ball rolling. When a team is well organized, we often say someone runs a tight ship. It simply means everything is structured, disciplined, and efficient. Meetings start on time, expectations are clear, and nothing drifts off course. Of course, in some offices, that's more of a theoretical concept than a daily reality. But we try. From there, leadership naturally shifts into decision-making. At the highest level, someone calls the shots. That's the person who makes the final decisions, especially when direction matters most. And in many modern roles, one person doesn't just decide. They wear multiple hats. They might be managing people, shaping strategy, and quietly fixing the printer when no one else can. But where there is responsibility, there is also temptation to avoid it. Some people pass the buck, shifting blame when things go wrong. In contrast, strong leaders do the opposite. Their mindset is, the buck stops here. No deflection, no excuses, just ownership. Once responsibility is clearly defined, the focus naturally shifts from planning to execution. In business terms, we often say we get the ball rolling, meaning we initiate a process or project and move it from intention into action. It marks the transition from discussion to momentum. From that point, sustained direction becomes essential. Someone must steer the ship, guiding the team through pressure, uncertainty, and shifting priorities. This highlights the ongoing role of leadership, not just in setting direction, but in continuously adjusting course when conditions change. Closely related to this is the idea of leading the charge, where an individual takes early initiative, setting pace and direction when others are still evaluating options. However, execution is rarely without complexity. When too many stakeholders become involved in decision-making, we encounter the problem of too many cooks in the kitchen. In practical terms, this often results in slowed progress, diluted accountability, and inconsistent outcomes. Left holding the bag is an idiomatic expression used in business English to describe a situation where someone is unfairly left with responsibility, blame, or consequences after others have withdrawn or avoided accountability. At the opposite extreme, excessive control can also create inefficiency, known as micromanaging, where attention to minor details undermines autonomy and trust within the team. Progress, once aligned, typically requires formal approval. When a decision is authorized, it is said to have been given the green light, enabling implementation to proceed. At that stage, teams often find themselves in the driver's seat, meaning they now have operational control and are actively executing the agreed direction. As pressure increases, leadership becomes increasingly human in nature. Effective leaders know how to rally the troops, aligning and energizing teams during demanding phases such as deadlines or strategic shifts. Equally important is the ability to smooth the waters, reducing friction, resolving tension, and restoring productive collaboration when conflict arises. Equally important is the ability to smooth the waters, reducing friction, resolving tension, and restoring productive collaboration when conflict arises. Let's face it, leadership means you have to wear multiple hats. Whether you're the master strategist, the elite coach bringing out the best in people, or just the guy trying to stay sane while keeping everything from imploding. Now, close the laptop, step away from the corporate chaos, and go take a well-deserved barefoot walk on the beach. Oliver can lead the charge for the rest of the day. And hey, in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.